Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Wealth Reigns Supreme. We are on day 9 to 31 life shortcuts over the holidays. And day 9 is about eating strategically over the holidays. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and talk about some of the things I have here on the table. But before I get into that, let me just talk about my routine. My annual routine is enjoyment. I love to enjoy the food that I'm eating. And if I don't, what happens is I tend to be more angry. I'm just not happy at that holiday time. So I like to enjoy that holiday, whatever it is at that time. But I am fairly strict throughout the year, meaning that I make sure that I'm eating well. I'm getting my pre and probiotics, and I'm eating my fruit and whatever I, love to eat during that time. For the holidays, though, what I like to do is eat the things that I love. So what that means is chocolate. I love chocolate. And I try to go as high end as I can. So oat milk chocolate. I try to buy chocolate from other countries because unfortunately, a lot of the ingredients here in this country, the U.S., their standards aren't as strict as other countries. So they might have 40 ingredients in something where these things have like 5. Okay. So I try to stick with the best chocolate that I can find at the time, and within my budget. And I don't just go with mainstream because if that whole group of chocolates on sale at a store and it's a name brand, it's normally the one you don't want to get. That's what I found. So anyway, that's part of my routine for the holidays. I like to eat my chocolate and things like that. But in between the time, because I'm not sitting here eating it 24/7, but in between the time where I'm not eating it, then I'm doing good things. So let's talk about what I do before the holidays. Before the holidays, I try to do a detox, meaning what I do is I'll drink detox tea and try to get like the bad stuff out of my body. I'll eat lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, do good habits. If I know a big holiday season is coming, like the fourth quarter of the year is coming, I want to eat well before that so that when that comes, the hit is not so hard. Do you understand? And I'll get into those things as I teach about that in January. But the pre and probiotics are critical during the pre-holiday. I mean, pretty much all year long. And I'll teach about that later too. But for right now, I've always been successful by not denying myself. If I don't deny myself specific foods, then I do extremely well all year long. So if there's something that I want to eat and I like to eat it for 30 days, well, guess what? I'm going to eat it during that 30-day period. Because I found that people who do that, who deny themselves, they end up worse than they were before, they could have eaten it anyway. So it's like you might as well have just eaten it. Again, I try to focus when I am doing this, on the bad side of the year. I just try to stay as much out of genetically modified, as much out of, lots of chemical type foods as possible. But I still will, enjoy the things that I love during those specific holidays. The other thing I do to help myself is I drink shots in the AM, and it's not liquor. I drink shots in the AM of olive oil. Take a shot glass. You put, a half tablespoon of olive oil in, and then half tablespoon of lemon juice and a pinch of cayenne pepper. That's what I do. So, on these videos, all of this training, you do what you want to do, but this is what I do. And what I've learned for me is the cayenne gets your blood moving. Like the one lady had said, Dr. Barbara said that she takes cayenne in her purse instead of aspirin. That way, if anybody has a problem, they can hurry up and put cayenne under the tongue and it'll get the blood moving. So just, you have to look that up for yourself, but that's what she told us to do. And it's been helpful. I mean, you could literally feel that. And then what it also does is it helps the liver to do its job, because the liver has to process all this stuff. So that helps the liver every day to do its job. So anyway, that's, another tip. I have a gazillion tips, another 400 videos on that. That I could do. So when I am in between this stuff, then I try to eat my homemade cheese. Okay. And that's made from raw milk. A2 milk, I hear, is the best. So that's my A2 cheese. And then kefir. Okay. I make homemade kefir. So my son and I, we take that with some honey every AM before our day even gets started. So that's what I do, in addition to the shots of cayenne, just to help throughout the time. And then when in January comes, it's off. I can go cold turkey. I can shut this down like as if it never existed. I don't know how that happens, but every year in January, my mind says, throw it out, all of it. So if it's not done, I look at my sons and I'm like, look, you're going to take this to your friends, to work, whatever, it's leaving, because I'm staying foolproof here, with my vegetables, with my fruits, and I'm getting my detox teas out and, getting those things going as well. As for drinking, alcohol, holidays, oh my goodness, that's day 10. Boy, I'm going to go in on that, because that is like family history. For drinking, what I do over the holidays is I drink something called Fever Tree, and Fever Tree is just like a cup, a soda, but it doesn't have any alcohol, and it has like quinine in it. It's really good. That people use that as a good mixer for drinks instead of, the Coca-Cola with all the stuff in it, and, the random sodas. But I drink Fever Tree because of the carbonation, and it's good for you. But I don't have to add any alcohol to it unless I truly want to, or I'll get non-alcoholic beer, because again, the alcohol causes your liver not to be able to process the food that you're eating because it's busy trying to process the alcohol. Then where did the food go? Around your belly. So just, heads up on that, because that's what I learned. And it's critical to decide, on the alcohol side. I also found out that a lot of the wines have a ton of sugar. A ton. You might as well just take the bag of sugar and pour it down your throat if you're drinking certain glasses of wine. It's unbelievable. So you really have to fight on that. Any wine I drink is from another country because their standards are higher. And unless it's an organic company here in the U.S., otherwise it's outside of the U.S. Or I make it myself, because I've made dandelion wine, things like that, for the house. So anyway, as far as eating strategically over the holidays, have fun, listen to your body, take time to make memories, and just be mindful that this is temporary, right? This is not permanent. This is temporary. And this is permanent, okay? So this is your little treat so that you don't quit on yourself. Get a little treat here. And then you go back to real life, okay? So it's really critical, to learn this way of living, because it just helps you so much. And I have so much to teach about this in January. I'll probably start like the last week of the month of December, getting everybody ready for what I do every year, in the weight and health area. But I try to maintain a balance so that when January comes, I'm not sitting there crying because I've got to fight to get all this off, because I've balanced myself the entire time. Okay? So I hope you learned something from this. I hope it helps you. And I look forward to seeing you guys on day 10. And that day is talking about alcohol and drinking. So get ready for a good one. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Get your favorites, but then get ready for this. Get your favorites first. Enjoy yourself. Make a memory. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.